Class 9, today I am going to continue properties of parallelogram which we had done before summer vacation. That one I am going to start again. I will do some application, short answer, MCQ I will try to do. Okay, now question number 1 is, it is application. Let us prove that if the length of two diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then the parallelogram will be a rectangle. What is the question? We have to prove if the length of a diagonals of a parallelogram. So I am taking one parallelogram A, B, C, D. Okay, and they are telling diagonals are equal. That is why I am joining A and C, B and D. So you know that AC and BD are two diagonals. Okay, and they are saying that diagonals are equal. Okay, and we have to prove that ABCD is a rectangle. So what is the property of rectangle? That each angle will be 90 degree. This is the property of rectangle. One of the property of rectangle, we have to prove that angles are 90 degree. Okay, now how we will prove? First of all, I have made diagram ABCD. So in the given part, two things are given to you, that ABCD is a parallelogram and AC equals to BD. AC equals to BD means AC, one diagonal is equals to other diagonal, BD. Okay, that is why I have written AC equals to BD. Now RTP means required to prove. Okay, you can write to prove also, both are same. ABCD is a rectangle. What we have to prove? ABCD is a rectangle. Okay, now prove. What I am doing, I am taking two triangles of this parallelogram and first I am proving that they are congruent, then I am proving that angles are 90 degree. Okay, now which two triangles I am taking? In triangle ABC, this triangle. Okay, which triangle? The ABC, this triangle, and triangle BCD, this triangle. I am taking two triangles ABC and BCD. Okay, so prove in triangle ABC and BCD, AB equals to DC. AB equals to DC means in triangle ABC, AB, and in triangle BCD, DC. These both are equal. Why they both are equal? Opposite side of parallelogram are equals. Okay, we know that what is the property of parallelogram? That opposite side will be equal. That is why I am writing that AB equals to BC equal. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. Now BC equals to BC, common side. Okay, now you can see in triangle ABC, BC side is present, and in triangle BCD also BC side is present. Of course, there is the common side. That is why I have written BC equals to BC, common side. Okay, or you can write BC is a common side directly. Okay, no need to write BC equals to BC. You can write BC is a common side. Now the third one, AC equals to BD. AC, this diagonal is equals to this diagonal. AC equals to BD. Why? Because it is already given that two diagonals are equal. So what we have done, I am taking two triangles ABC and BCD. First I am writing AB equals to BC. This side is equals to this side. Why? Opposite side of a parallelogram are equal. Then BC is common side. Then AC equals to BD. It is already given that two diagonals are equal. That is why I have written given. Now we have proved already how many sides we have taken? 3 sides. So what we can write? Therefore triangle ABC, this one will be and. Okay. Therefore triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BCD by which property? Side property. No? 3 sides we are taking. AB equals to BC, BC equals to BC, AC equals to BD. So we are taking 3 sides and we are proving that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BCD side property. Okay, now when two triangles are congruent, then we can say that rest of the sides or rest of the angles are also equal, or in place of rest you can write corresponding angles or side will be equal. So what I am doing, if this triangle and this triangle both are congruent, then I can say angle ABC is equals to angle BCD. Means these two angles will be equal. See, I have written angle ABC is equals to angle DCB or BCD. Why? corresponding angles of congruent triangle. These two triangles are congruent, ABC and BCD. If these two triangles are congruent, means corresponding sides or angle will be congruent. And taking angle only, why? Because we have to prove that angle is 90 degree, not the side. Okay. Side already we have. We know that AB equals to DC. So no need to prove this one. This one we have proved already. This one we have proved already. What is left? Only this angle left. Okay. This angle no need to prove because we can see that this one is not 90 degree. So this angle left. So we are proving that ABC is equals to DCB and equals to 90 degree. You can write also equals to 90 degree by corresponding angles of a congruent triangle. Now you know in a parallelogram adjacent side will be 180 degree. You have done this one in one of the theorem. Okay. So what I have do ABC angle ABC plus angle DCB. So we know that this one is 90 degree and this one is 90 degree. Both angle is 90 degree. That is why I have written 180 degree here. Or you can say that for adjacent angles of a parallelogram will be 180 degree. Sum of the adjacent angles, sum means addition of two adjacent angle will give you 180 degree. That is why I have written here ABC plus DCB. ABC plus DCB means this angle plus this angle will give you 180 degree. And what is the reason? BC is a transversal. Transversal is a common side. So see, BC is a transversal, and in this transversal we are making two angles. So ABC plus ABC. Now in place of BCB I have written ABC. Why? Because here you can see ABC is equals to DCB. So in place of DCB I am writing ABC. That is why I have written reason also. ABC is equals to DCB. That is why in place of DCB I am writing ABC. So angle ABC plus angle ABC will give you two angle ABC equals to 180 degree. Now you can cancel this 2. 2 ones are 2. 2 9s are 18. 0 means angle ABC equals to 90 degree. Angle ABC equals to 90 degree. You got that angle ABC equals to 90 degree. If angle ABC equals to 90 degree, it means that DCB also 90 degree. Why? Because both are equal here. That is why I have written equals to DCB. When we are proving that two adjacent angles are 90 degree, it means that it is a rectangle. That is why I have written therefore ABCD is a rectangle. Again I am going through this one. Given. In given part, what is given to you? ABCD is a parallelogram. Diagonal AB, AC and BD are equal. Okay. RTP, ABCD is a rectangle. We have to prove. Now in proving part, I am making two triangle ABC and BCD. ABC and BCD. Now I am proving how I will prove. AB equals to DC. AB equals to DC. Opposite sides of a parallelogram. That is why I have the opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. Now this one is common, BC is common in both the triangle. That is why I have written BC equals to BC common side. And this one is already given that AC equals to BD. AC equals to BD given in the given part you can see. Now we have proved that these two triangles are congruent. When these two triangles are congruent, then it means that rest of the angles will also equal, or corresponding angles will also equal. So which one is corresponding angle? I am taking this one. Therefore angle ABC is equals to angle DCB. These two angles are also equal, I have written. And what is the reason? Corresponding angles of a congruent triangle. Now we know that in parallelogram adjacent side will give you 180 degree. So which two adjacent side we can take? This one and this one. Why this and this one? I am not considering this triangle. Okay, I am considering ABC triangle and DCB triangle. So in this one, this is one angle, this is one angle. That is why I am writing angle ABC plus angle DCB equals to 180 degree. And reason is BC is transversal. Transversal is the line in which two angles can be made. Okay. Now in place of ABC we can write DCB. Okay, from where? From this one, corresponding angles of a congruent triangle. I have written the reason also that ABC plus ABC equals to 180 degree because ABC is equals to DCB. So in place of DCB I am writing ABC. Now ABC plus ABC will give you 2 ABC. 2 ones are 2, 290 is a 290 is a 180. So angle ABC I am getting 90 degree. Means this one I am getting 90 degree. This one is 90 degree. This one will also 90 degree. Why? Because ABC and angle DCB both are equal. If two angles are 90 degree, it means that it is a rectangle. Okay, complete this one. Now class 9, read question number 3. Let us prove that a parallelogram whose diagonal intersect at right angle is a rhombus. It is given that if there is one parallelogram and if their diagonal intersect at 90 degree, right angle means 90 degree, then it is a rhombus. Okay. Okay. Now what I have written here, I am making one parallelogram A, B, C, D. Okay, and they are intersecting each other at a point O, and it is written in your book that they intersect and they are making 90 degree, means right angle, one right angle. Okay, right angle means 90 degree. If you don't know, please write right angle equals to 90 degree. Okay, now it means that this one is 90 degree, this one is 90 degree, this one is 90 degree, this one is 90 degree. Okay, so that is why, and we have to prove that A, B, C, D is a rhombus. Okay, now what is the property of rhombus? That we know that adjacent side is, all the side will be equal. If we will prove that adjacent side are equal, it means that it is a rhombus, because we know that mainly adjacent side are equal in a rhombus. Okay, this is the most because one property is already given that they are intersecting at 90 degree. Okay, second property is we have to prove that adjacent sides are equal. Okay, now what I have written in the given part, that A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. Angle AOB means this angle equals to angle BOC, this angle equals to angle COD, this angle equals to angle AOD, this angle. Means these four angles are equal. Why they are equal? Because all are making 90 degree. It means they are intersecting at right angle or 90 degree. Okay. Now RTP. In RTP we have to prove that ABCD is a rhombus. ABCD is a rhombus. Now proof. Same thing. We will take two triangles and we will prove first that they are congruent. Okay. Now which two triangles I am taking? I am rubbing this one. Which two triangle I am taking? Triangle AOB. Okay. AOB. This triangle I am taking AOB and AOD. Okay. This triangle I am taking AOD. So in these two triangles, this angle and this angle equal. Why these two are equal? Because they are making 90 degree. It is given already that AOB and AOD is making 90 degree. That is why first one I will write angle AOB is equals to angle AOD given equals to 90 degree. You can write given also. Okay, no need to write 90 degree if you understood once. Okay, now which side is common? AO is common in this triangle also and in this triangle also. See, this one is common. That is why I have written AO equals to AO common side, or you can write AO is a common side. Okay, now the third one is OB equals to OD. OB. Okay, which one? I'm rubbing all this. OB, this one is equals to OD. Why these two are equal? Because they are intersecting at point O. When any line intersect, it means that they are intersecting in equal half. That is why I have written OB equals to OD bisect each other at point O. You can write at point O or at O. Okay, now we have proved one angle equal, second side is equal and third one side is equal. It means that this triangle and this triangle are congruent. That is why I written. Therefore, triangle AOB is congruent to triangle AOD, side angle side property. Okay. Now, when two triangles are congruent, it means that its corresponding sides are also equal. That is why I have written which one is the corresponding side. This one is common. This one you have written that bisect each other. Which one is left? AB and AD left. That is why I have written AB equals to AD, corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Okay, again I am repeating the thing. In proving part, I am taking two triangles AOB and AOD. First, I am proving that AOB is equals to AOD, 90 degree. That and it is given already. Now, second is AO is common. And third one is OB equals to OD by bisect each other at point O. When it bisects, it is bisecting in set. O is center, so of course it will divide into two equal half. So you can say that triangle AOB is congruent to triangle BOC by the property of side angle side. Okay, when two triangles are congruent, then the rest of the side or corresponding side, rest of the side or corresponding side will also equal. So this one you have proved already, you have written here. This one you have written there. Which one? Which side left? This one and this one. It means AB equals to AD. AB equals to AD, corresponding sides of congruent triangle. Okay. Now you can see this. AB and AD both are adjacent side. Adjacent side, if adjacent sides are equal, then we can say that it is a rhombus. That is why I written, since adjacent sides are equal, therefore ABCD is a rhombus proof. Okay. Similarly, you can prove also between these two triangles. Between these two triangles, you will get the same thing. All sides you will get equal. If you are showing two sides equal, it means that rest of the sides are also equal when you will prove. Okay, complete this one. Now class 9, read question number 4. The two diagonals of a parallelogram ABCD intersect each other at the point O. The two diagonals of a parallelogram. First, I have to make one parallelogram ABCD. Okay, ABCD is a parallelogram. And they are saying that the two diagonals of a parallelogram ABCD intersect each other at the point O. So we know that AC and BD are two diagonals and they are intersecting at point O, is this point. Okay. After that, a straight line passing through O intersect the side AB and BC at the point P and Q. A straight line passing through O intersect AB at the point P and BC at the point Q. That is why I have taken ABCD like this. You can take A, B, C, D like this also. So this straight line will come like this. Okay, both are correct. You can take A, B, C, D like this also. Okay, I have taken A, B, C, D like this, and I am making one straight line which is passing through A and intersecting AB at the point P and BC at the point Q. Okay, and they are telling you to prove. Let us prove that OP equals to OQ. OP is equals to OQ. We have to prove this one. Now in given part, whatever given the question, that thing I am writing only. Okay, you can write from your book also. What I have written, that ABCD is a parallelogram. Two diagonals AC and BD intersect each other at the point O. Intersect each other at the point O. Okay. A straight. This is not A. A straight line passing through O intersect AB and BC at point P and Q. A straight line passing through O intersect AB and BC at point P and Q. All the things are given to you in the given part. Whatever we will write from question only. Okay. Now RTP, we have to prove OP equals to OQ. Which two one? OP equals to OQ. Okay. Now what I will do? Same thing. First, I have to prove congruency between two triangles. Then we will prove that corresponding sides are also equal. Okay, same thing we will do. Okay, now in triangle PBO and Q, triangle QOD. So, okay, which two triangles I am taking? PBO. Okay, this triangle I am taking, and QOD, this triangle. Now, why I am taking these two triangles? Because we have to prove OP equals to OQ. Okay, and we know that OP and OQ we will get either in this two triangle or in this two triangle. Okay, that is why I am taking this one, PBO and DOQOD. Okay, now you can see this OB equals to OD. OB is equals to OD. In the last application also, in the last rider also we have done that. If O is the bisector, they are bisecting, BD is bisecting at point O. Okay, so if O is bisector, so what we can say that OB and OD both are equal. That is why written OB equals to OD bisect each other at O. Okay, now angle POB, this angle is equals to angle QOD, this angle. Vertically opposite angle, this one you know that, but what is vertically opposite angle? Okay, so angle POB is equals to QOD. I have written reason also, vertically opposite angles. Now one more angle will be equal. Which one? BPO. This angle is equals to alternate angle DQO. This angle. See. almost they are making Z. Okay, that is why BPO and DQO are alternate angle. And why they are alternate angle? These are also given. AB is parallel to DC. AB is parallel to DC. If two angles are parallel, then their angles are alternate angle. And PQ is transversal, and PQ is the common side where they are making angle. That is why they both are alternate angle. And why PQ, AB and DC parallel? Because it is written, it is a parallelogram, and in parallelogram we know that opposite sides are parallel also. And PQ is transversal. That is why this angle and this angle both are equal. So we have proved one side and two angles are equal. Then what we can write? Triangle PBO is congruent to triangle QOD. PBO is congruent to triangle QOD by which property? Side angle side property. Two angle one side property. If these two triangles are congruent, it means that rest of the side are also equal, or corresponding sides are also equal. So which sides is left? We have proved only OB equals to OD. Okay, and two sides left, so we can say that this one is equals to this one and this one equals to this one. But we don't need this one because they are not telling us to prove PB equals to DQ. If they will tell in the question to prove that PB equals to DQ, then we can write. But they are asking only that prove that PO equals to OQ. That is why I have written OP equals to OQ. PO and OP both are same. OP equals to OQ, corresponding sides of congruent triangle. Okay, so prove. Again I am repeating once again. I am repeating the proof what we have done. I am taking this triangle and this triangle. Why? Because OP is present in these two triangles. Then I am saying that OB equals to OD. Why? Because both bisecting each other at the point O, and O is the center only. Then DOQ is equals to PBO because they both are vertically opposite angle. Then angle PBO is equals to angle DQ. Why? Because they are alternate angle. How they are alternate angle? Because AB and BC are parallel, as well as PQ is transversal. That is why. Okay. If you are proving that these two, one side and two angles are equal, it means that two triangles are congruent, angle side property. If this you can prove, then what is the rest one? Tell me. Rest one and sides, this one and this one both are equal. They are telling us only to prove PO equals to OQ. They are not telling us to prove PB equals to DQ. That is why I am not writing. Only I am writing OP equals to OQ, corresponding sides of congruent triangle proof. Okay, complete this one. Now class 9, question number 5. It is little bit lengthy and confusing in proving part. Okay, so please concentrate it properly. Let us prove that in an isosceles trapezium, the two angles adjacent to any parallel sides are equal. Which type of trapezium is this? Isosceles trapezium. Okay, and they are saying that we have to prove the two angles adjacent to any parallel sides. So in isosceles trapezium, which two sides are parallel? AB and BC are parallel, but AD and BC is not parallel. Okay, in isosceles trapezium, AD and BC both are equal. In isosceles means in isosceles trapezium, suppose that this one is isosceles trapezium, this one and this one will be parallel to each other, and this one and this one will be equal. Means non-parallel side. AD and BC both are non-parallel side, but they are equal. Okay, this is the definition of trapezium which I told you before summer vacation. Okay, now they are saying what? One isosceles trapezium are there, and we have to prove the angles adjacent to any parallel sides are equal. Okay, now see, we have to prove that angle D and angle C both are equal. Why I am telling you? Given in given part, it is given ABCD is an isosceles trapezium. That is why I have written ABCD is an isosceles trapezium. After this, AD is equals to BC, AD is equals to BC. Why these both are equal? Because it is an isosceles trapezium, and in isosceles trapezium non-parallel sides are equal. I have written the reason also. Non-parallel sides of isosceles trapezium are equal. Okay, I have written the reason. Now RTP, angle ADE, angle ADE This one is equals to angle BCF. BCF, this one. Okay, we have to put this angle and this angle both are equal. Now construction. Why construction? Because we don't know anything related to isosceles trapezium up to here. So what I am doing, I am constructing one thing from A and B. From A and B, lines are drawn. Two lines are drawn. Two lines are drawn, which are perpendicular. Which are perpendicular on DC. Which are perpendicular on DC. Okay, at the point E and F. Perpendicular means it will make 90 degree. Means one straight line will always make 90 degree with that line in which it is intersecting. Okay, that is why I am writing from A and B. Two lines are drawn which are perpendicular on DC at the point E and F. Okay, now prove. In triangle ADE, in triangle, which triangle I am doing? Why I have made this construction? Why I am doing this construction? To take this triangle and this triangle. So I have taken in triangle ADE and triangle BCF. Two triangle I am taking. Now you can see that this AD is equals to BC. Why? Because it is already given here that non-parallel sides are equal in isosceles triangle. That is why I have written AD equals to BC given equation 1. Why I am giving the name, I will tell you. Now A equals to BF. A equals to BF. Both are perpendicular on the same line and they are coming from the same height. So of course A equals to BF, perpendicular at given reason. But we have to prove one more side are equal. For this we have to use Pythagoras theorem. Now first see this one. Okay, after going up to here, please come here. Okay, copy this one first, then come here. Okay, now in triangle BCF, this triangle I am taking BCF. So in this triangle, can you see this is right angle triangle, and in right angle triangle we can apply Pythagoras theorem. In Pythagoras theorem, what we know? H square equals to p square plus b square, means hypotenuse square equals to perpendicular square plus base square. Same thing I am doing here. I am applying Pythagoras theorem in triangle BCA right here by Pythagoras theorem. I am not writing it right here. By Pythagoras theorem, h square. H is what? BC is h, so that is why BC square. Then p square, BF square. Then FC square, base square. Okay. So from here what I am doing, I am taking this BF square this side, when it will come this side it will become minus BC square minus BF square equals to FC square. Why I am doing so, I will tell you in this one. Okay, now which triangle I am taking? I am taking this triangle ADE. So in triangle ADE by Pythagoras theorem, what you know, same h square equals to p square plus b square. Same thing I have done. AD square plus AE is equals to AE square plus DE square. AD is hypotenuse, AE is perpendicular, and DE is base. Okay, so hypotenuse square plus perpendicular square plus base square. Now what I am doing, I am taking plus AE whole square this side, it will become minus. So AD square minus AE square equals to DE square. Okay, now in place of AD you can write BC from equation 1, and in place of AE you can write BF, that is in place of AD I am writing BC, in place of AE I am writing BF. I have written the reason from equation 1 and 2. Okay, now BC whole square minus BF whole square. BC whole square minus BF whole square. Okay, in place of these what you can write? FC whole square you can write, that is why I have written FC whole square. And now you can cancel square from both the sides, you will get FC equals to DE. FC equals to DE. FC equals to DE. Okay, so you have proved that in triangle ADE and BCF, this side are equal because it is given, non-parallel sides are equal. These sides are equal because they are perpendicular, and by using Pythagoras theorem you have proved that FC equals to DE. How you have proved? First you are taking triangle BCF, h square plus p square plus b square, then you are taking this side h square minus p square equals to b square. You get value of fc square, which is b square, pc square minus bf square. Now you are taking triangle ADE, again you are applying Pythagoras theorem, which is h square equals to p square plus b square. Again plus will go there, it will become become minus. In place of AD you can put BC from the given from the equation 1. In place of A you can put BF from equation 2. So BC square minus BF square equals to DE square. I have written from 1 and 2. Now in place of BC whole square minus BF whole square, what you can put? FC square. So I am putting FC square. So square square will cancel. FC equals to D. So from equation 1, equation 2, equation 3, you can say that these two triangles are congruent. I am rubbing this part, given part. Okay. So what we can say after this point, please come here. Therefore, triangle ADE is congruent to triangle BCF. Okay. Right triangle. Okay, congruent to triangle BCF, side property. Okay, when you are proving these two triangles, this triangle and this triangle are congruent, it means that corresponding angles are also congruent. So which two angles are congruent then? This angle and this angle. Therefore, angle ADE is equals to angle BCF. And what is the reason? Corresponding angles of a congruent triangle. I am writing corresponding angles of congruent triangle. Okay. Corresponding angles of a congruent triangle. Now class 9, see question number 7. Let us prove that if the two opposite angles and two opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal, then the quadrilateral will be a parallelogram. Means we have to prove one quadrilateral is given to you. We have to prove that this quadrilateral is equals to parallelogram if opposite angles are equal as well as opposite sides are equal. Okay, so I am making randomly one diagram of a quadrilateral ABCD and giving the name. Given ABCD is a quadrilateral, AD equals to BC, AD equals to BC and AB equals to BC. Why? Because they have given already that opposite sides are equal. So AD equals to BD and AB equals to DC. I have written. Now angles, opposite angles are also equal. It means that ADC, this angle is equals to ABC, this angle. Okay, means these opposite angles are equal as well as this angle and this angle are equal because they both are opposite angles. So what I have written, angle BAD, this angle is equals to angle BCD. Okay, so in the given part, whatever it given to you, I am writing that one only, that ABCD is a quadrilateral. AD equals to BC, AB equals to DC, then angle BAD is equals to angle BCD and angle ADC. Angle ADC is equals to angle ABC. Okay. Now RTP. In RTP, what you will do? ABCD is a parallelogram. We have to prove that ABCD is a parallelogram. Then how you will prove this? Now prove. In quadrilateral, we know that in quadrilateral sum of 4 angles will be 360 degree. This one you all know that sum of the angles equals to how much? 60 degree. So sum of the angles equals to 360 degree. Now angle is angle ABC, angle BCD, angle ADC and angle BA. I am taking 4 angles, angle ABCD. First I have written angle ABC, this angle, then BCD, this angle, then ADC, this angle, then BAD means full 4 angle I am writing. Then I am writing 360 degree as it is. Now in place of ABC I am writing as it is. In place of angle BCD, I can write BAD. So I am writing in place of angle BCD I am writing BAD plus in place of angle ADC I am writing ABC. Why? Because both are equal. So I have written already and this one I am writing as it is. Now angle ABC plus angle ABC will give you 2 angle ABC. Angle BAD plus angle BAD will give you 2 angle BAD equals to 360 degree. Now you can see 2 is common from both, so I am taking 2 as a common. Now we will 2 ones are 2, 2 8s are 16, 0. Okay, so I am getting angle ABC plus angle BAD equals to 180 degree. See, angle B and angle A. Angle B and angle A. Both are adjacent angle, and we know that sum of two adjacent angle equals to 180 degree, then it is also a parallelogram. If these two are equal, it means that opposite sides are parallel, as that is why I have written AB is parallel to BC, AD is parallel to BC, ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay. Class 9, your homework is question number 8 and 10. Cancel 9, 11 to 15. This 6 question will not come, okay? Not come. So please cancel this one. And if you have any queries, you will ask me in this given email ID and you will submit your homework by tomorrow. Okay? Thank you.